Topic we are starting, that is handler in Ansible. Okay, so what is handler in Ansible? Suppose we want to notify something when only the changes are done. Okay, that is done by handler. So what does that mean? Suppose I have a file, that this file /etc apache available, sites available, default.conf. It has all the default configuration for Apache. Okay, so whenever I make any changes in this, only then it should restart the Apache. Okay, so what we write it here is we'll copy our custom default.conf from our local system to the remote system. Okay, and that means there are some changes done. Okay, that is default is replaced by this file. This default means this file is replaced by our custom changes. Okay, so whenever these changes are done, we will say that notify restart Apache. Okay, and at the end we have defined a handler. Okay, which will do restarting of Apache. Okay, so this block will be called by the notify. Okay, handler will be called by notify, and it will be called only when there are some changes, not always. Okay, so that is the meaning of handler and notify. So very simple example. In this, there will be a restart of Apache. Okay, only when there are some changes. If there are no changes unnecessary, it will not try to restart the Apache. If we don't use notify and handler, okay, then every time we'll have to write here one block, okay, to restart Apache. To make it run only when there are changes, we are using handler and notify. So let's quickly have the demo for it. I'm into my playbooks directory. I have host.ini here. That is my inventory for remote servers. And I'll just write it handler.yml playbook. Let's check if we already have anything on the remote host. Yeah, we have the default Apache already installed. Okay, and the default page is given here. Okay, when I do call localhost, it will give me the local default HTML page. But in this, I'll explain it what we are doing. So cat handler.yml. So the first block is common. You all know that this block is common. We are running this playbook on the host group servers, and this host servers group is created in host.ini. We are gathering some facts will become true. Okay. Will become a root, that is sudo user. Then the first task is update cache, apt get update, that's its equivalent. Then we are checking if the Apache is installed or not, it is present or not. If it is present, it won't reinstall it. If not present, it will install it. Okay, then we'll be creating one default.conf file in a template directory on my local system, that is on control node. Okay, and it will be copied at this location. Okay, so let's see what are the contents of this file. at the remote location, it is on manage node. So if you see, there are few configuration lines written already here. That is document root. What will be the default route from where the HTML pages will be served? That is document root. And some error logs are given. Other things are just commented. Okay, and it will then notify the restart Apache handler, and the handler is defined at the end. Okay, so at the end it has a block for restarting Apache. Okay, so along with copying the default configuration for Apache, I'm also creating a directory called web14 inside var www.html. Okay, and we are also copying one custom index.html file into this new location. Okay, so the new file will be served from here. Okay, so for this, whatever changes we do in the files, for that no restart Apache changes are required. That's why there is no handler used here. Okay, only when there are configuration changes, the restart of a service is required. Okay, so we are having a default configuration. We are having a custom Apache configuration, custom document root directory, and custom index.html file. Okay, so let's create those as well. So I'll create a directory called mkdir template. Mkdir template. We'll go here and create our some custom files. And the first one is default.conf. Okay, so we have, if you see, there are some changes. It is not as it is. We are changing the document root. We are changing here the document root. We are giving one server name as well. Server admin is different. These lines were already there, and we also added this block. Okay, so this is our custom default.conf, and we also need a custom index.html that will have only web14 written there. Cat index.html web14. Okay, now let's go back one directory, then only we'll be able to run the Ansible playbook, because the Ansible playbook is in playbooks directory, not in template. So now let's run the Ansible playbook. Ansible playbook on host.ini group servers, and the playbook name is handler. So it gathered the facts. Now it's updating the cache. Okay, now Apache was already installed, so it didn't overwrite. Then our custom copy is done. It created a web14 directory. It copied index.html to web14. So let's check these files again. And it also ran the Apache. Okay, the handler was also called because these configuration changes were done. So let's see those files here. So now we have our custom configuration, and let's go here. That is our document root from where the HTML pages will be served. Just do ls, and if you see, index.html here, And if I do now curl localhost, I'll be getting web 14. Okay, so this is not important. The important thing is whenever there are configuration changes, Apache will get restart. Okay, now we haven't made any changes. We are just rerunning this playbook, and let's see what happens. Just run the playbook. Okay, if you see, only the cache was updated, other things are as it is. Apache is already there, custom configuration is already there. Okay, so if you see here, there is the handler is not called. Okay, so unnecessary Apache is not restarted. And whenever the Apache is restarted, it means it first stops and then it starts it. Okay, and in a production environment, it is not, the restart is not required anytime. Okay, it should be done if there are changes, then only it should be done. Okay, so this was all about handler.